Hello everybody and welcome back to The Last of Us. We are now traveling with just Ellie and Joel after losing Tess in the last video. And Ellie cannot swim and we have come to our first water obstacle in the game. So there's going to be quite a few of these different parts where you have to swim with Joel and try to find a way to get Ellie across. When you're in water, you can dive by pressing the circle button, and usually when you're underwater you can see a lot better, which is really nice because it's so damn dark down here. You just have to make sure that you watch Joel's breath meter when you're down here, otherwise he can drown if you're not careful. So we're going to swim under that beam, resurface, and have a look around this area. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot here. I think I can keep diving. There's quite a few areas you kind of have to dodge and weave under. I think I can go through that bus. I'm really super overly cautious when I do swimming areas because I'm always constantly paranoid that I'm gonna not pay attention to the health meter and drown Joel. So,
Ellie?
I kind of dawdle a little bit in these areas. I don't know how the hell she got over here. It's weird, but I guess it's good that there's an area where she can stand and not drown. So there's a ledge over here that we can come up to where Ellie is standing. And there is an artifact here. A smuggler's note talking about a guy named Frank, visa and quarantine zone papers. This is kind of relevant to us. That name may or may not pop up later. Not terribly important, but like I said earlier, I really like all the memos in this game because it just really adds to the whole universe of the game in general. If you dive down near where you find that note and you come into this sunken room here, it's optional, but you can get a firefly pendant and you can also get some parts. And then I do believe on this platform here there are some supplements that you can pick up. And there's a firefly pendant, or not pendant, a firefly drawing, so I guess that's maybe a good sign. Perhaps it means that they've moved onwards and we can still maybe catch up to them or find them. Since Joel still seems pretty keen on taking Ellie to where she wants to go.
Anything down there?
It's a dead end.
And there should be a pallet floating in the water. And every time there's a water section, you always need to try and find something that Ellie can stand on. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a pallet. And most of the other sections in the game I can think of are a little bit easier to see.
Get on.
Really?
Ellie.
Okay.
Visibility down here is awful.
Be careful.
I got you.
And then we bring her over to the other side, prop the pallet up, and then she can grab that ladder for us. Teamwork. We're gonna have to work as a team more than ever now that Tess is gone. Thank you.
I got it. All right.
I want to get out of this underground area. Let's keep going.
Let's get out of
Especially since there's lots of spores and stuff down here. Oh, that looks like fresh air.
Hey, look, about Tess. I I don't even know what
Here's how this thing's gonna play out. You don't bring up Tess. Ever. Matter of fact, we just keep our histories to ourselves. Secondly, don't tell anybody about your condition. They think you're crazy, they'll try to kill you. And lastly, you do what I say when I say it. We clear?
Sure.
Repeat it.
What you say goes.
Good. Now there's a town a few miles north of here. There's a fella there that owes me some favors. Good chance he could get us a car.
Okay.
Let's get a move on.
Joel's laying down the law. And I guess Ellie's just gonna have to deal with it, because there's no turning back now.
Yeah, it'll be faster to go through here.
Man.
What?
Nothing, it's just... I've never seen anything like this, that's all.
You mean the woods?
Yeah. Never walked through the woods. It's kind of cool.
It's the small things in life. It's very interesting to get the contrast in their personalities, of course, because Joel has lived through this time, and he also lived before the whole world was the way that it was.
Your friend's chances of survival weren't too high to begin with.
She's a lot tougher than you think.
It don't matter. Because I doubt I can get either one of us back into the city in one piece. Trust me. I wish there was some other option.
So he's used to surviving, doing things that aren't always the easiest thing to do, basically just finding things to fight for and living day by day, whereas Ellie never knew the world before it was like this. She's only 14, I think, and this whole thing went down about 20 some odd years ago. So it's just amazing to see all the little things that she's never got to experience that most other people would be able to, just because of the condition of the world. And she's so naive, but at the same time she's so upbeat and friendly, and it's just a total contrast to Joel's personality.
Oh, shit.
And I guess that's maybe why they work so well together.
No. Wire on the top, but we gotta find a way to go around.
Whoa, look!
So, there is a plank here. And I think we can use these two buildings in order to cross into the city. Now we can only hope that Joel's contact or friend or whoever is still alive and kicking to actually give us a hand, because we could sure use it now more than ever. And I'm going to take this. This is a steel pipe with scissors attached to make it even more deadly. And I think after we pick that up, we also have the option to reinforce any other melee weapons that we pick up to make them more deadly.
Here we go.
Well, that works.
You, Bill? Huh? Different places.
You've never been here, have you?
I know this is where he lives, but no, I ain't never been here personally.
And that smoke.
That sucks.
Sure as hell better be.
Well,
That certainly doesn't help us. If he lives in this city, that's a pretty vague statement. A city is big. He could be anywhere. But I certainly hope that we're going to be able to find him.
Down here. Just watch your step.
So I guess we'll just start here and make our way through. I don't really think we have a lot of choices. There's a couple things to look at in this area, I think. Not much. We need to go through that door there. We have to boost Ellie up. But it's worth looking around first. I think there's some things in this building to pick up.
Give me a second.
A couple of drawers to rummage through. Ooh, some ammo.
Are you all right?
I'm trying to learn how to whistle.
You don't know how to whistle.
Well, does it sound like I know how to whistle?
Making small talk. Ellie trying to entertain herself. There is a note on the ground, and I do believe that this was something written by Bill. And it seems to me that he knows Tess, which makes sense if he knew Joel as well, since they kind of worked together and they were partners. There's also some parts in here. Ooh, and supplements. There's actually quite a few things to pick up in here.
Come here.
And there's also some supplies in this garden shed. But there's a clicker here who doesn't actually notice you. It's a completely friendly, I guess, clicker. I mean, unless you make noise, it'll go after you, but they don't attack you if you just leave them alone, so it's optional. If you want to attack it and get the items and stuff, you can. You don't have to, though. And I do believe that there's also another clicker down here. But again, there's not really any reason to go up to it and provoke it, because I think there's maybe just like a brick or something behind it, so that is definitely not worth it. Especially not if you don't have shivs. And then lastly, before we open that door, we're just going to use one of our shivs and open up this shiv door.
There you go.
For more goodies. Ammo, supplements, parts. I got all my rifle ammo back that I wasted in the last video, so that's good. Reload that sucker. I reload all my guns, actually, just while I have a minute. I might as well. Alright.
Shit. It's jammed on the other side.
Here, boost me up.
That's not such a good idea.
Well, I can't boost you up. How else are we gonna get over there?
You have a point.
All right, come here. Give me your foot. Now listen, just open it, okay? Nothing else.
Because, of course,
Sure thing.
before this point, we would usually boost Tess up, and then she would help Ellie and then Joel. I don't think Joel maybe quite trusts Ellie yet, but...
Okay. Ta-da.
She does have her uses, thank you. You did exactly what I said. So far, she's proving to be useful, and she is listening, like Joel asked her to, so that's good. There's quite a
So let's
bit
get
to
a
look
car
at
for this
on the
buddy.
street.
Then what?
Well, then we go find Tommy.
Marlene said he's your brother?
And more importantly, he was a firefly. He'd know where to take you.
Okay.
He lives far from here, which is why we need the car.
So before we do anything on the street, we're just gonna go directly across from where we came in from into this open door, into this building, and we can start kind of getting a bit of relationship building between the two of them. There's going to be a lot of conversations and things like that from now on. Ellie looks at a lot of things in the environment and has a lot of things to say about them.
Would you play this before?
No. But I had a friend that knew everything about this game. Apparently, there's this character called Angel Knives who'd... what was it? She'd punch a hole through your stomach before kicking your head off.
I'm never a big fan of these things.
I wish I could play it.
Yeah, it's a bummer when you see all these relics lying around that you can't play or use. I guess that's it for now. Like I said, there's quite a bit to see and do in this street and in this chapter. It's a fairly lengthy chapter, I would say, so I'm going to call it here, and we will continue on from this point in the next video. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.